How are ya? How's the family? How's grandma? Okay, that got a little out of hand. Today, I'm going to be talking about Far Cry Primal and My Life is Strange the best I can. As per usual, I am absurdly, ridiculously, insultingly late on adding my 2 cents in the metaphorical change bowl that is video game reviewers, and I'm a small channel, but whatever, can't hurt, right? You know, in school, work, whatever, my channel, I can be late if I want to. No one watches this, haha. So, Far Cry Primal, loved, adored. I thought it was really great, really well done, super fun. I mean, bottom line, if you've played every Far Cry in existence, you probably don't have a lot of interest because it is the same exact format. Obviously, Primal is different. There's no guns. There's no English. It's subtitles. They speak caveman of sorts, I guess, is what you would call it. So if you've played Far Cry a jillion times, you probably didn't have a huge interest in buying the brand new copy. Maybe a used copy you'd like to be interested in, but I personally like not having guns because in the other Far Cries, it's a little high stress for me for people shooting at me, me having to like aim really well. I just get a little antsy, I guess is the right word for that. So I love that. My favorite weapon was the club on fire. Duh. Not that that's necessarily the best weapon. I think most people like the spear or bow and arrow obviously is a good choice. But I love shooting into weapons. You know, Halo, when they added Griff Bow, boom. Gears of War, they had the cleaver that you can get occasionally. And even in Destiny, there was a small mission where you could get a sword and just, you know, slice the crap out of people. And that's what I like to do. It's my personal choice. So that was really fun. Obviously, got my note here. You know, I think there could have been a few more side missions, honestly. You know, I do talk to some of my friends, get some feelers about how they feel about the game and put their opinion in here. So I think definitely more side missions. And obviously you can have beasts in this game. You can train beasts. I kept my wolf the whole time because I have a soft spot and I just like, he's my buddy, he's my dog, he's been with me this whole time. I can't just throw him back in the wild and exchange it for like a cooler animal because I'm a dork and have feelings for inanimate video game object animals. But anyway, I really liked it. I mean, you can ride mammoths, baby mammoths, and it's fun. I kind of like the subtitles. It does get a little hard on the old eyes for me, but I like to be able to listen to music sometimes while I'm playing video games, and if it's heavily story, I just can't do that, you know, it kind of ruins the game. But overall, I loved Far Cry Primal. I'm going to keep playing it, and I don't have a good rating system yet. Maybe like, I think I did like Sloth Toes before, I don't know. But I liked it. I think you should play it, especially now. I'm sure the price is lower, and okay, now I'm gonna jump into My Life is Strange. I'm not sure what I will spoil and not spoil, so right off the bat I'm just going to say leave if you don't want me to spoil it, because it's almost too hard to review it without picking out some of the key details that happens within the game. So, it's your little, get out of here. I don't love you anymore. Get. Hey, y'all who've maybe played the game or know enough about the game you don't mind if I talk about it. I feel like it's been pretty popular. It's been all over the internet. I've seen so much about it before I even started to play the game. So, yeah. So it starts off, you are this girl named Max, and you had this really close friend, Chloe, and you grew up with her basically your whole life, best friends. Then you moved away. You come back, and you realize you have this power to rewind time. Beginning of the game, you see a blue butterfly, which of course is like butterfly effect. Hello. They talk a lot about chaos theory, which you should look up. It's kind of interesting. What I liked about the game is the story was pretty cool. I really liked the plot up until episode 4. I want to say the story was really good, but the writing sometimes was a little bit, my friend put it aptly, B-movie. So some of the young people would say things like, young people, I'm basically an old person now, I guess, some of the characters who are like 18 would say things like, "Are you cereal? Wowzers!" Like these words that make me cringe internally because no one says them, even if you're kind of a dorky person. I feel like people don't say them, especially like if you're in high school. I don't know, just weird. I'm going to put I took a picture of one of the texts. You can pull out your phone and read text and text people back. And just the wording that they have these teenagers use is just so ridiculous. Like it sounds like a 40-year-old cop is trying to like be hip and cool and text them, and it's kind of silly, but it makes you laugh. The soundtrack, even if you have no interest in playing the game whatsoever, the soundtrack of the game I thought was really well done. I think it's on Spotify. I've been listening to it on that. It's just, I don't know, it's just really good for a game like that. The soundtrack usually is not a big deal. It's kind of on the back burner, but the soundtrack, especially in the very beginning and the very end, was really strong. So yeah, I liked I loved up until episode 4. Episode 5 was a little bit of a stretch for me, kind of, and it's very much obviously Walking Dead format of every decision you make is going to impact our ending of the game. So my ending will be different than your ending, most likely, and it's cool because you can, exactly like Walking Dead, you can see what the majority of people picked and versus what you picked and the choices at the end of each chapter. There's 5 chapters. Like a season pass if you want. So I really liked it. I love the soundtrack. The thing is it's kind of hits home a little bit because, it doesn't hit home. You do with me, really. I've never had an experience like that. But in the game, Nathan is like this crazy white dude who pulls out a gun. And given that there seem to be a lot of crazy white dudes pulling out guns, I was like, I wonder if they did that from kind of like a social standpoint or if it was totally random. But that part was a little bit weird. And at the ending, of course, it's another crazy white dude who loves taking advantage of women. So some things are a little intense. Not that that's happened to me or, of course, anything like that, but just that, not to be serious, but women are kind of put in bad positions all the time and taken advantage of, so it's kind of a little bit surreal. Obviously, this is to like a crazy extent if you play the game. This is not like a normal person. Literally a psychopath, but it's kind of a little jarring a little bit. But it is just a game, so it's not that realistic in the way the characters act, I guess, so you don't get too pulled into it. I think obviously it's cool, 2 strong women leads. You don't really see that a lot in games. And don't you tell me Tomb Raider counts. She does, but you can only pick out so many female-powered games, and, I want more, obviously. My demographic, I like more women games, especially because, like, Halo, like, Locke could have been a woman. So I'd like to see more women action games, but not really getting off topic. But anyway, I like Life is Strange. I thought it was pretty well done. I don't think it was amazing. I think, plot was good, story was good, but the writing itself and dialogue they could have worked on, maybe talked to actually young people and got their opinion. But overall, I really like My Life is Strange. I love Far Cry. Obviously, totally different games depending on. My Life is Strange is 100% story. Far Cry, it's story, but it's mostly action. So, yeah. So I hope this was semi-useful for you, or you at least love seeing my pretty mug. That was a joke. So obviously, as per usual, like and comment below if you want. I will try and keep up with more games. If there's any games you'd like me to review particularly, please let me know. I have a couple in my queue I'm going to get to. But for now, I hope you guys, do stuff. I don't know. I don't care what you do. Just do something. Call your mom. Bye.